The week is starting off right. Monday night, and 2K Sports presents the NBA. Hi, everyone. Kevin Harlan with me tonight. Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. And Allie LaForce is reporting on the sideline. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. Look at Indiana. They've had a very slow start to the season so far. Down in the bottom half of the conference.
And seeing where Indiana is, what a slow start they've gotten off to. At least they have enough time to still get things going here in the right direction.
Well, sure, it is early, but they want to avoid digging too deep a hole for themselves. If you let a slow start go on too long, it can really shake a team's confidence.
Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. In the front court, the forwards will be DeRozan and Murray. Russell Westbrook out there with Zach LaVine. And it's Eubanks in at the 5. And for Indiana, Jarris Walker out there with Pascal Siakam. Then there's Benedict Mathurin. Then there's Andrew Nembhard. And it's Huff in at the center, locking down the middle. Both of these teams have been having a tough go of it lately, Stan. They've been unable to string together wins.
And Kevin, there's no better way for a team to get off the ropes than to face a team that's also on the ropes. One of these teams has got to get their mojo back tonight.
Now here's DeRozan. As you can see from his numbers, he's been a key component in their offense. He's averaging almost 18 points a game. And it's Mathurin with the rebound. And Mathurin has got the ball here for the Indiana Pacers. Mathurin with a screen for Nembhard. Pass to Siakam. Drills the three-pointer. Siakam's got the opening basket of the game for the Pacers.
Rise and fires. This is Siakam's attitude off the catch. And with these results, you understand why.
Here's LaVine. Takes the three. It's pulled in by Huff.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's Mathurin in the game against Chicago. Very impressive. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Huff from deep. The shot's good on the assist by Siakam.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Rick Carlisle and I got a chance to talk for a bit. I asked him about DeMar DeRozan, specifically how you defend him from the mid-range. He said, quote, "It's tough because his footwork is so good. Our goal is to try to push him out farther and make him take threes if possible. And we'll live with those results. We'll see if their defense is up for the task at hand." Kevin, back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you so much for that. 1:52 left in the first quarter of the game. Outside, LaVine. Back to Westbrook. Kings moving the ball around. There's the pick. Top of the key. And the basket by DeRozan.
Yeah, the patience that DeRozan can show in the pick and roll is what makes him so dangerous.
And from season to season, Coach, DeMar DeRozan remains incredibly consistent.
Yeah, look, he's consistent because he's extremely professional. This guy's always in shape, always ready to play. He knows what his game is, and he plays to that game. Something of a throwback because his game's built on the mid-range shooting. But everybody could use a DeMar DeRozan on their team.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Now here's LaVine. Coming off a solid outing against Miami. 6 to shoot. Westbrook finds LaVine. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Mathurin passes to Siakam. For Murray. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper. The Kings trail by 7. Outside, LaVine. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Pass to Westbrook. LaVine feeling it out a bit. There's the screen. Kept alive by Sacramento for 3. Murray. Here's Westbrook. And finally they hit one.
How about the energy he showed on the glass? Outworking everyone and getting rewarded for it.
And that does it for the first quarter. Pacers lead by 5. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Pacers.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And another thing Coach will be thrilled with, the assist numbers, spreading the wealth and creating some offensive opportunities.
On the court for the Kings as the second quarter gets underway. Malik Monk out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then there's Achua. Then it's Zach LaVine. McConnell kicks to Matthews. Pass to Shepard. McConnell in the corner. There's the pick. Now Shepard. Monk defending. McConnell. It's rebounded by Schroeder. And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for Sacramento. It's a 3-point game. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
Well, on the road, you don't expect to look so comfortable on the offensive end, but that was the story of the game.
Well, it comes down to preparation. They were ready for that game and kept the crowd out of it for the most part.
And so now a timeout called by Rick Carlisle. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. DeMar DeRozan is checked in for Sacramento.
Make some noise.
While we got a moment, let's now show you the teams that have led the NBA in blocks during the past month. Second, the Pacers.
They have been racking up the blocks lately. I mean, if they keep this up, they're going to be a very difficult matchup for anybody.
They set the pick. Pass to Robinson Earl. It's good from long range. And Greg, the way the floor is spaced now, how much would you enjoy playing in this current environment?
I'm lacing up my kicks as you say that. It would have been a lot of fun. But not only do you have more room to operate, defenders practically, they can't touch it.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Al LaForce on the sidelines.
Hey guys, Malik Monk is a key player for the Kings. He said, coming to the organization, I felt like I could bring an energy that Sac had been waiting for. And it's a comfortable fit. Coming here slows everything down. I can just focus on my craft at hand, and it's been working for me. Back to you, Kevin.
He's played great for him. All right, Ellie, thank you for the report.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Indiana's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And Malik Monk is instant offense coach. So fun to watch.
He really is, Kevin, because he brings great energy every night. Seems to just love being out there. And then he's done what most guys do. If they're going to take that jump to becoming good players, he's become more efficient as a player because he's learned to make better decisions on the floor.
That's good from Walker. And some changes here for the Pacers. Huff's jacked in, and it's Benedict Mathurin in for Shepard. Then for the Kings, Eubanks, he's checked in for Achua. Keegan Murray comes in for Levine, and Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. And so Walker nails both of them. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Westbrook passes to Murray. And here's DeRozan. Walker with some nice D.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
On the wing, Mathurin. Pass to Nembhard. Indiana moving it around. Siakam outside. Pocket 6. And once again off the mark by Indiana. The Kings trail by 4. Murray left side. Now here's Monk. DeRozan on the wing. Monk sets the screen for DeRozan. And that one comes up a bit short.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
Nembhard finds Mathurin. Here's Huff. Mathurin trying to break loose. Huff, no good. The Kings have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. And here's the break. Walker the pass to Siakam. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Pacers out in front, up by 4. Live from Cambridge Fieldhouse, you're watching 2K Sports.
And greetings from the 2K studios. Here at halftime, the Sacramento Kings in a tight game.
Showing they know how to play, team chemistry is on display. Like what I did there, showing they know how to play, chemistry is on display. Kenny, anything you like to say? Oh.
Shaq's chosen to rap because in the first half, he was taking a nap.
Oh, what you said was not full. In other words, it was terrible.
Changing gears now, this should be interesting. Let's hear what the fans want to say. And we got a question here from Christo at Point. Between Kenny and Shaq, who's the best at playing 2K?
Oh, it's got to be me, Artie. Come on. Shaq's hands are too big for the controller.
See, that's where you're mistaken, my guy. I don't even need a controller, Kenny. I'm in the game. I can program it from the inside.
So basically, you're saying you're going to cheat. Yeah, okay. That disqualifies you right there.
Well, Christo, I bet that's not the answer you were expecting. And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. The Kings trail by 4. Andrew Nembhard is out there with Benedict Mathurin. Then there's Jarris Walker. Then it's Pascal Siakam. And it's Huff in at the center. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half with. Westbrook with the bucket.
You know, Westbrook can make you pay from deep. The D has to at least honor his shot.
Siakam outside. Over in the corner, Mathurin. 5 on the clock. It's hauled in by the Kings. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Pass to DeRozan for the lead. Kick out to Levine. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Here's Siakam. Here's Huff. Eubanks defending. And they're pushing it up. And it's blocked.
Not a great start to this second half. Just 1 for 4. Got to find ways to generate better looks here.
Back to Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
A high-level athlete with underrated burst. Siakam continues to impress with his ability to finish.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Nifty move. DeRozan's shot is off.
Another miss. At some point, they need to tap someone else for a boost offensively.
Nembhard the pass to Walker. Siakam for 3. Sacramento grabs the miss. Eubanks got his 4th rebound in this one. Murray dishes to Westbrook. Outside, Levine. Pass to Murray. Now here's DeRozan. Guarded by Walker. Pulls up. Walker with some nice D.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
And sometimes Siakam just overwhelms defenses inside. It makes them foul.
The Pacers have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
That one is off.
A big man who can score, rebound, and pass. This is why Siakam has become a huge piece of this team.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Achua, he's checked in for Eubanks. Malik Monk comes in for Keegan Murray. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Good on the second free throw. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Back to Schroeder. Inside. Shot clock at 6. And Walker kicks to Siakam. Pass to Huff. Good, and a nice assist from Siakam. Huff's got 7 points in the game.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
And Doug Christie wants a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. So both teams making some changes here. And with this break, why don't we check out the hottest shooting point guards over the last month? You take a look at McConnell, a great player, 2nd in the league.
As a point guard, you want to create the best possible shot every trip down the floor. And given the way these guys have shot the ball, it's not a bad idea every now and then for them to go it alone.
Well, it's often the big guys who have the highest field goal percentages. To get that kind of efficiency from your point guard is something special.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Outside Mathurin. Pass to McConnell. Fires for 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And so it's Indiana with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We'll return shortly. Quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And a look at the 5 for the Kings to start the 4th. They've got Šarić. Levine is out there with Precious Achua. Then it's Malik Monk. And it's Schroeder in at the point. Siakam. It's good. Siakam's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Pacers.
It's important that Siakam plays with confidence from there. I mean, when he does, the results are often like that one.
To the middle. Dunk by Achua.
Yeah, his athleticism more than makes up for his lack of size. Allows him to compete even against bigger guys.
Indiana leading by 6. McConnell passes to Robinson Earl. To the paint. And he dunks it down.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
And we got a timeout called by Doug Christie. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here.
Indiana basement.
So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Buffs checked in. Jarris Walker comes in for Shepard. Benedict Mathurin, he's checked in for Thompson. And Andrew Nembhard's subbed in for T.J. McConnell. A big group substitution here for Sacramento. Eubanks, he's checked in for Saric. Keegan Murray comes in for Achua. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Malik Monk. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. On the wing, DeRozan, guarded by Walker from 13. That one is off. Indiana leading by 8. First minute and a half of basketball play in the fourth quarter.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
Yeah, they've looked really in sync after the break. Getting the shots they want and converting.
DeRozan, great job in close.
Well, this is what makes DeRozan so tough. He can slash and he can shoot the ball.
Now Siakam. Oh, that is a big-time jam.
Well, you can see why he's a go-to guy for them. They trust in his ability to shoulder the offensive load.
Here's DeRozan. We've got 1:55 left to play in the final quarter. And they double up DeRozan. Outside Westbrook. DeRozan launches it. Layup no good.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Here's Mathurin. The basket is good.
And inside, Mathurin makes great use of his agility, developing some instincts for how to get around in traffic.
A minute 20 left in the fourth quarter of this one. DeRozan against Walker. Now here's DeRozan. He's guarded closely, and that one falls.
Well, that's what you want. Get him the ball and see if he can close the gap.
if they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option. And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for Indiana.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Pascal Siakam.
Well, as a coach, it's so fun to watch a player dominate the game offensively like he did in this one.
All the officials are all over that one.
At the line for the Kings, Drew Eubanks taking 2 shots.
No good on that. So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. A big group substitution here for Sacramento. And he's good on the second.
A disappointing trip to the line there. Even though it was just one miss, now is not the time to be missing those.
35 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And he banks the layup in.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
And so it's McConnell with it. They'll bring it up for Indiana. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And now, let's send it over to Allie LaForce, standing by with our player of the game. Allie, take it away.
Hey there, I'm here with Pascal Siakam. The shots were falling for you tonight. How'd you like the flow offensively?
I like it. You know, we play for each other like we always do. Move the ball around, get the open shots. And today, they went in, so we got to continue to play.
It's helpful when it goes in. Thanks so much, Pascal.
Oh, terrific job, Allie. Thank you so much. That was enjoyable. And that about wraps it up. And for all of us here at the table, Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony and our terrific sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us tonight. And as we leave you, let's take